we back with another, rags to riches, riches. Hold on, riches, riches. Oh, riches. And we back again for another one, and we back again for another one. Get in here, 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 get in here. Happy Winners Wednesday. To all you guys. I'm excited. Let me actually un momento. Y'all like I so Jesus Christ. Y'all like I soaking cords. It's ridiculous. I'm excited for today, y'all. The notes we gonna get into today. I know y'all gonna love it. Okay. I'm gonna love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Um, honestly, y'all, there's been so much energy going on in the place, and right here is where you in the place to be. Okay, all right. We got YT hooked up. Okay, let me calm down, take a little breath. All right. Since it's Winter Wednesday, we gonna talk about some things that I would like to talk about because one, you don't even realize, bro, that being humble is what's keeping you stuck. Okay. A lot of y'all are in some, sticky situations because you're playing too small. All right. And with that being said, okay, I want you guys to really hear me when I talk about the difference of two different things. So today we're going to talk about, right? Today we're going to talk about humbleness versus integrity. All right. Humbleness versus integrity. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because along my journey, Discord is going crazy right now. Reason why I want to talk about this is because in my journey, bro, I used to really think that being humble was a good thing, right? When you first start your journey, of course you're going to be humble. All right? Hit me and walk with me today. All right? We talking that Winners Wednesday talk, okay? Humble had me overlooked, underbooked, okay? Humble had me being used and abused, okay? In the beginning of my journey, I thought that if I was humble enough, then people would support me. Okay. And let's just dive deep into that word humble, right? The definition of humble is a modest person, right? AKA when you break down the word modest, it equals out to limited. I know a lot of people are telling y'all to be humble, but hear me out. Okay. We're gonna talk about the difference between humble versus integrity. And as a person who have been on her healing journey for about 7+ years, it's like I'd rather have integrity, right? Cause hey, what's up, Myro? Okay. And or micro, I'm sorry. I can barely see it. I think I said it right the first time, Myro. All right. If you guys are just joining the tech chat, welcome to Rags to Riches. Okay. I'm your host, BIG. And today we're talking about humbleness versus integrity. And what I said is, man, humble really kept me from a lot of opportunities. Um, hyphen, being humble really kept me from a lot of opportunities, bro. And I want y'all to hear me when I say this. I'm not telling y'all that I don't want y'all to have integrity. Okay. What up, Finn? I'm not saying that go be out here and be a butthole to people. What I'm saying is humbleness is keeping you stuck and stagnant. Okay. Because you won't pop your because you're so focused about who it's going to impact or who's not going to like it, and you keep trying to get recommendations from people, it's keeping you stuck, G. All right. So humbleness is the definition, to just sum it up, is modest, right? So I did a little research, I did a little digging, and you can do this digging at home on your own time, okay? And I looked up the definition and it said a humble person is a modest person. So I dived deeper into the word modest and it gave me limited, okay? A lot of people are not reaching the levels that they want to reach because they are limiting themselves on their own beliefs, right? It's Winter Wednesday, so we going to talk that talk like winners, all right? A lot of people are stuck because they worried about if they family or they friends going to support them. Let me be honest. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. If you're under the sound of my voice, right, and you want to start a business, right? I'm not saying if you already have a business. If you want to start a business and you want to start getting paid for your gifts and your passions, you gotta stop playing humble. You gotta stop being modest. You gotta stop being limited, right? I don't know, like we grew up and people always say like be humble, don't pop your because you never know what the next person is going through, or you never know. Listen, when you see me popping my shit, okay, it's because I've been through hell and back, straight up. So I got the name Big, right? I got the name BIG because I'm a big thinker. I'm always trying to dive deeper into the things that I'm getting information on. Okay. And when I looked up that word modest and I was like, limited, nah, we gotta stop playing like that. We gotta stop playing limited and we gotta play like we trying to hit home runs. You gotta eat and sleep the dream, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You gotta eat and sleep the dream. Y'all, I've been up since yesterday at about 6:30 p.m. Now, I'm not telling y'all to not get no sleep. I'm not telling y'all to run for hours. It's just I be so excited to work my businesses that sometimes y'all I enjoy it so much I don't even want to go to sleep. And you got to ask yourself, do you love your goals that much that half of the time you don't even want to go to sleep because you want to keep chasing them, because you want to keep critiquing, because you want to keep getting better, because you want to keep putting yourself out there. Okay? So humbleness, modest or limit, in a sense, when we're humble, it's because we're trying to keep the peace. Now, I'm not saying don't support peace, but see, a lot of times we be trying to keep the peace while we dying inside. Can I talk that talk in the chat? We live right here on YT, and we're also live on TikTok. Shout out to all of y'all. But ask yourself, are you dying inside right now? There's something that you've probably been holding on because you want to keep the peace. Keeping the peace is not giving you peace. Keeping the peace is not giving you peace. And I want y'all to understand that speaking up for yourself does not mean that you want a problem. Speaking up for yourself is simply, I love myself and I have boundaries. So when we talk about that when we talk about that word, okay, it's retrograde. When we talk about that humble word, right? People want you to play as small as you can. Because when you play as small as you can and you keep maneuvering around the world all humble and I don't want to I don't want to tell people what I got going on. That's exactly where people want y'all. Because you're in capacity of something greater than you even realize. You ever ask somebody like, "Yo, what you think about this idea?" And it was like, well, if you like it, I love it." That's a hater. You need to get from around that person. I don't even care if it's your mama. No disrespect. I love y'all, but I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. That humble is keeping y'all stuck. You're wondering why your business is not working? It's because you're not putting it in people's face. Do not let nobody trick y'all out y'all spot and tell y'all that it's big headed to tell people and be proud of what you've done. Don't y'all ever, and I mean ever, let somebody tell you that you need to be humble, right? Because somebody else is going through something worse. Let me tell you something. You are not in control of nobody's life and how it's going. If you're having a good time in your life, boast about it. It's nothing wrong with that. What's up, Victoria? Oh, sorry, wrong button. All right. A lot of people ain't gonna want to hear this. You know why? Because a lot of the people in their corner that is supposed to be supporting them, it's family members. Let me tell you something. I know y'all hear a lot of times that blood is thicker than water, but let me tell you something. Blood does not make you family. It makes you related. Okay. And y'all got to understand when we talk about on a spiritual note, when we talk about spiritualness, a lot of the people that's in your family were only vessels in order to get you to the level of you remembering who you are. But as long as you play humble, you will never get to where you are. I mean, you'll never get to where you're trying to go. Simple. When I stopped playing humble, because I used to be that type of person like, yo, I don't want to post all the time about my business. People gonna get tired of seeing it. And then I had to realize, like, yo, if they getting tired of seeing me be great, huh? Does that make sense? If they are tired of you talking about the things that move you and make you feel good, they don't really support you. And that's the hard truth. And I know a lot of times we want to hold on to people. But let me be the first to say that, yo, in order to say you really love somebody, you can love them enough to let them go. Okay? So when we talk about that humbleness, yo, let's stop keeping the peace, bro. Shake some shit up. Simple. Shake some shit up. If you feel like it ain't working, try something different. Move a different way. Go ask somebody else. What up, Gemini? Give it up in the chat. All right? Because that humble word is keeping you limited. What's up, Russian? All right. So, humbleness looks like an invisible ceiling without even really knowing it. Okay. Humbleness is a invisible ceiling without even knowing it. A lot of people don't even realize because they being so humble and because they don't want to pop their shit and toot their own horn, they can't get the clients that they really want to get. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if you want to start a business or you want to just get paid for the things that you do well, how are people supposed to know what you're doing if you're not constantly talking about it and posting about it? Answer me that. Humbleness will have you hiding behind a phone because you're scared about what people gonna say about you because they gonna turn up their nose, right? Selfless. What's up in the chat? I see y'all on TikTok. You feel me? So think about that the next time you tell yourself to be humble. Think about that the next time somebody tells you to be humble. Oh, so you saying you want me to have a ceiling? You saying, oh, you don't want me to pop my shit? Oh, you saying as long as I don't be bigger than you, it's cool. Ouch. Like, oh, so that's what you think about me. Like, oh, you want me to have an invisible ceiling. You want me to be closed in a box. You don't want me to pop my cause you know if I pop my what's gonna happen? People gonna start seeing me. And I might surpass you. And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't want that. When you step out on faith and actually take a risk on yourself, people don't like that. People don't like it. People don't like it. People don't like it. People don't like when you actually follow through on the things that you say that you're going to do. So today we're talking about humbleness versus integrity. And the reason why I want you guys to fall towards integrity is because I can be a kind person, but I can still pop my shit. I can still know that I am her, right? No? No? I can still pop my shit and I can still respect you. Why would I not big up myself? Do that make sense? Nah, I don't. All right. Another thing about being humble, right? On top of that invisible ceiling, you're always catering to everybody else's needs. People tell you be humble, you're like, okay. People tell you be quiet, you say, okay. Let me tell y'all something. In order to be a CEO, you gotta have the balls to be one. That's simple. In order to run a business, in order to employ people, you have to have some level of confidence. Humbleness is not confidence. Humbleness is not even authenticity because you're dimming yourself down in order to fit in rooms that probably was never going to accept you anyway. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. If when you're around the people who actually are supposed to be around you, they're not gonna tell you to be humble. They're gonna hype you up while you popping your shit. Feel me? I ain't fat, baby. I'm thick. I wanted this weight. I wanted to gain weight. I've been skinny all my life. Feel me? Okay. Forget discipline. Energy alone will get people removed. You don't even have to have discipline. You could be somebody who don't do nothing at all. Feel me? You could literally be somebody who don't do nothing at all. And because of your anointing, right? Because of your anointing, people will have to move. Because your energy gonna be too big. And if your energy is too big for people, you know what I'm saying? Like I got people in the chat right now talking behind accounts with no names, right? When you step out on faith, this is what you're gonna deal with. And being humble don't get you respected. Like God is in the chat. What's up, chat? So when we talk about that humbleness, I want y'all to remember humbleness. As soon as somebody say humble, I want you to automatically think limited. Wealthy rise. I want you to automatically think limited because it says humbleness is a modest person. When you break down and go research modest, it literally says limited. Why would I be limited? Why should you be limited? You know, I see people come in the chat and they talk a lot of but they can't back it up. A lot of these people can't be themselves. A lot of people who's coming in somebody else's chat to try to give off negative energy and not sit their ass down and listen, them the type of people that play humble. Them the type of people that hide when business need to get stood on. I don't need humble people. I need people with integrity. I need people who gonna stand on business principles and values at all times. What do you mean humble? I need you to be at your best. And being at your best, you can't be humble. Simple. I don't care what nobody says. When you look up that definition, like I think the world needs to stop. One thing I truly support is the world stopping just taking what people say. Oh, that's a saying, and don't really dive deep into the saying. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? And if you're over here on YT, so many people come in the chat and they want to talk trash. But listen, I could be myself. How many people can say that? I can be myself at all times in any room with anybody, including my parents. And they gave birth to me. Humble? What is humble? I don't really know what that means. Right? Because I can have confidence, but I don't have to be arrogant. I'm definitely not going to be humble because there's no way that I'm ever going to have a ceiling. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to put myself on a limitation. Okay? So let's go back over that. Humbleness is a modest person. A modest person, if you break that word modest down, is a limited person. Okay? I never was scared to be myself or speak up. That's a good habit that came from some ugly I live. Period. Period. you shouldn't be you shouldn't have to dim yourself down in order to be around people. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. If you have to dim yourself down to be around people, those are not your people. Get around some winners. Cause I bet you they popping their shit. And they got integrity and they know how to be kind to people. But why would I play small? You know? Just something to think about. Integrity. The definition of integrity is whole, complete, meaning you're not missing any fragments. When you're humble, you're missing some fragments. Because if you really care what somebody else thinks, they run your life. They run your life. And when you care about what somebody else thinks about you, they run your life. Simple. People don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. That is so the truth. If I cared, listen, y'all, if I cared about what people thought, I wouldn't get up on these lives. I wouldn't stream. I wouldn't create content. If I truly cared that deeply about what people thought about me, I wouldn't get on these apps and be myself. I'm not humble. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends you. I'm sorry if that offends anyone. Honestly. Sorry, not sorry. Because please be yourself. But my chat, I want y'all to know humble is limited. You can respect people and still pop your shit. Simple. That simple. Okay? So we're going to talk about integrity, morals, and principles, right? I have morals, I have principles, but I will not dim myself down to make other people comfortable. That's just not my job. That's not your job in this world. Period. Be your authentic self. Period. I'm sorry. I can't minimize myself because it may offend you because it shows you that you're not being your full self. Somebody just called me fat and skinny in the chat. You can call me all types of names. But I promise you, I'll go to the beach, I'll go to the pool with my shirt off and not care. Got a stomach and all. Who cares? Body still tea. See, because when you don't get your confidence from compliments and it's actually built, it's embedded in you. That's where the integrity come in at because that's more on principles, right? Who you are when nobody's watching is exactly who you are. So when people come in y'all chats, I want y'all to think about this. When people try to attack y'all with words, although words do hurt sometimes, right? If people come in your chat with words trying to down your energy, they hate themselves. Simple. You have the same confidence as the crappy life advice YouTubers, except you actually have good advice. Also, body is tea for real. Thank you. I'm telling you. You know what's so funny? I have never read that book. And you know that somebody told me I need to read it. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna put that in the y'all know I got a little book club going on in the Discord. So I'm actually gonna put that as an option for next month. Oh yeah. Folks gonna hate and you gotta let them. Folks gonna be mad when you popping it and you gotta let them be mad. You cannot care what people feel about you. That's not your job. My mom used to always tell me, and she still tells me to this day, she's like, yo, you don't have to answer for nobody but yourself. So being as though I only have to answer for myself, why do I need to be humble? That don't mean that I'm disrespectful because I'm not humble. It doesn't mean that I'm arrogant because I'm not humble. It's just I know who I am and this is me. And if you can't take me because there's something inside of you that needs to be worked on, that's on you, right? Am I wrong, chat? Talk to me, y'all. Okay. So a person with integrity stands on truth. period. All right. So a person with integrity stands on truth. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's just certain things that I'm not going to allow in my space. And I don't care what title you have. I don't care. When you're trying, let me tell you something. When you're trying to get to the next level, bro, you have to let people go. Okay? As you continue to grow in life, you have to grow your environments. Your environments will shape your future. My name ain't Cud, and I ain't acting nothing. We streaming with a soundboard. You laughing, but you the joke. Get like me. Feel me? Get like me. There go one of them humble people. Man, cause I'm doing what they doing. What up, Linda? Man, cause I'm doing what they want to do. Gee, you think I care? I got a podcast. Put it out when I was 22 years old. First to do it in my family. Also, when I was 22 years old, I became the first author in my family. Only 26 right now. What you got under your belt? I didn't help people make thousands of dollars, start businesses, and continue to grow them. I'm literally the blueprint. I'm what these want to be. See, a humble person wouldn't have said nothing. But I got integrity. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, chat? Y'all see what I'm saying, chat? Come on now. So, like I was saying, as you continue to grow, and you know what's so funny though, chat? Because people on listen, when the student is supposed to be ready, the teacher will show up. That person don't even realize they just missed their blessing. That's how you miss your blessing. Cause I bet it's something that they want to work on. And I'm good at it all. I'm good at it all. And if I ain't good, I'll learn how to get good. Simple. Simple. I literally get paid to exist, y'all. Hear me when I say this. This is not no funny business. This is not no funny business. I haven't been in corporate in a whole year, going on 2 years. I get paid in the shade lemonade. I literally can go outside and when a client books and I'm outside, I can take the meeting outside. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. You see what I'm saying? You want to do what you want, not what you have to do. Because I don't have to do anything. I literally can wake up. Y'all, I could have streamed from in the bed and still would have been talking this talk. No mic, no light on. And we still would have got this message across. Y'all see what I'm saying? A humble person wouldn't have got there. Wouldn't have got where I'm at. And I'm gonna be honest, you know why? Because they like to play small. They like to get recommendations from people. Like, how you mad because I got a mic and I'm in my own zone? You came into my room. You see what I'm saying? People that have nothing going on. People that live with a ceiling. And I'm not saying if y'all have 9 to 5 that y'all live with a ceiling, because sometimes I've worked 9 to 5s, y'all. Like, no shade to people with 9 to 5s. I've worked them. But I'm gonna be honest, I made a conscious decision to say, yo, if I have kids, I don't want my kids to have to even see that I'm doing that, because I want them to know that they can get paid. It's their birthright to get paid to be who they are. They don't have to go build nobody else's dreams. They can build their own right here. You know what I'm saying? In Cade says, what you call integrity is just an overblown ego. Having a podcast or live stream is not an achievement. Get a grip. Anybody can do that. Actually, being seen and respected for your skills and ideals is. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Because I never said that live streaming was an achievement. But let me tell you what is an achievement. Helping people make thousands of dollars. Writing a book at 22 years old and nobody in your family has ever done it. Let me tell you what else is an achievement. Escaping the corporate world. You see what I'm saying? I don't go clocking in nobody's job. I'm on my own time. And you know what's so funny? It's so interesting because y'all don't even realize that y'all being in my chat talking that shit is giving me engagement. You see what I'm saying? And YouTube, I love it because I get the most trash from y'all YouTube. I swear. But I do the best numbers on YouTube. I'm putting up 24K every week. Huh? 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 People bring their ideas to me and I help them create bring it to life. You see what I'm saying? My lowest service. Hold on, y'all. Cause see, this is what I mean by if you humble, you can't pop your shit like this. Check this out. I went from living in my truck 2023. Linda, Linda, tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm fine. Right? Linda, that's my family right there. You hear me? That's my nieces and them mama. All right. So check this out. Lived in the truck 2023. Lived in the truck 2024. Moved into an apartment 2025. Worked a job in 2025. My lowest service that I have is my dancing service. People pay me $500 to help them move their body. It don't make sense to you. It's boasting to you because you don't know how to speak well about yourself. I can speak well about myself. And if that bothers and shakes your demons and you call that my ego, absolutely. Because guess what? With healing, ego don't go nowhere. You just learn the good side of ego. That's y'all problem. Your problem is you woke up today. It ain't even 10 o'clock. And you chose to come in somebody's chat with your negative ass energy. Wow. That's definitely not an achievement. That's definitely not an achievement. I can tell you what ain't an achievement. Cause I'm never gonna get up in nobody's chat, stay there, say and talk trash to them. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna do that. If I don't like what somebody is saying, I'm going to keep it pushing. Period. So clearly, you intrigued by something. Something got you intrigued over here. You see what I'm saying? Give it up in the chat. A person with integrity, they stretch their capacity, right? They realize that their perspective is not the only perspective that they oh retrograde, y'all. Come on now. A person with integrity realizes that their perspective is not the only perspective. Okay. Two things can be right at the same time. You can feel like I'm boasting, but I can just feel like I'm talking well about myself. Right? It's in the eye of the beholder. Always remember that. Always remember that. I appreciate y'all in the chat for big upping me, man. Okay? It's hard to do what I done. Y'all, let me tell y'all. I worked my business 5 years straight. No clients. It's not, listen, I can tell y'all my losses. But it really wasn't a loss. It was a lesson for me. Because as every year I was learning something different. And I told y'all myself that I wasn't even ready for the clients for real. What up, Auntie? I wasn't even ready for the clients. But every year that I didn't get clients, I got more excited because I got better at what I was doing. Actually, that's a lie. Because when I first started my business, I got a lot of clients. Because I put out the book and I put out the book, Five Steps to Elevation. I put out the book and I started the business and I'm talking about and I started the podcast. Like we was literally taking over. You need some inspiration? Go on, sit yourself down now. Don't go nowhere. You got me to 10 o'clock. Sit down now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so funny because it's so funny because when I first started my business, like, I didn't know what I was doing. But what I can say is, I didn't care. I started messy. Then I critiqued it. That's the blueprint to succeed it. Come on now. I started messy. Then I critiqued it. I used to get really mad at comments like that, y'all. Y'all see how I just read them to filth and calm? Breath work is in, because I had to work on things. I had to better myself. I had to bulletproof my mentality. You feel me? I had to bulletproof my mentality because anybody who's willing to go around in the world and try to put somebody down for putting their self up needs to go cleanse themselves. Needs to go look themselves in the mirror. Simple. I'm telling you, give it up in the chat for Victoria. My pin that because if you wait to be perfect, you won't ever do anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Okay? He says there's actually successful people that don't care about, I don't care about it either. This is simply me giving away free game. And if that bothers you, that's on you, gang. If you don't want to help people from the things that you've learned, that's on you. Once again, you worry about the wrong thing. Are you a lesbian? Why does that matter to you? People are crazy, chat. Like, why does what I bump and grind with bother you? Why does that matter to you? Why is that? I don't. Does that make you money? Like, you know, people always tell me I'm not successful, and I laugh all the time because that's a true successful person. Because think what you want. I mean, my pockets are well off. I'm okay. I actually got 3 clients today. I made almost $3,000 in my sleep. So, you know, you know. But that's what I'm saying. A person with integrity, we realize that, with a person like that, I realize that people are going through their own things. And although it is not right to try to demean somebody else, I understand you. And I still love you, right? I still care about you guys getting the gems. I still hope that you make all the money in the world because it does nothing for me to down somebody else. A true confident person is not trying to come in somebody else's life and trying to down them. You feel me? So it's like that's what a person with integrity moves with. I stand on truth, man. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's on you. And that's okay because we can agree to disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. That's why we're so different in the world. I understand that. I overly understand that. I overly understand that we are all different in our own ways and that we're not going to see eye to eye. We're not. And that's okay. You feel me? That is A-okay. Because guess what? I don't got to deal with you and you don't got to deal with me. And a person that has integrity understands that. I'm not mad at you. I hope you pop your shit. Feel me? I hope you make so much money. I hope you have the day you deserve. Simple. And I go on by my day because I'm giving away free game that I don't have to give away. Right? Child. You love my page. This person over here on TikTok, they love my page because they hear every time we live. So it's like that lets me know when people are rude to me, that lets me know I'm right in alignment. But y'all better be careful who y'all just be talking that talk to, right? Make sure y'all be careful because let me tell you something. Yeah, I know you just trolling. um, Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better be careful who y'all speak to and on. Because let me tell you something. Y'all don't even know the forces that protect them and redirect energy. Let me tell you something. Because you don't know who I am. You see what I'm saying? People don't know who y'all are. I don't just go on and speak on people because baby, I don't want to have to fight their ancestors. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Mine, I'm their baby. Mine don't play about me. And I've literally watched people turn to a pillar of salt, just talking to me crazy. So I'm gonna ask you in the chat over here at YT. I'm gonna ask you to go on, relax. You can stay here. You're welcome here. But just relax. Because if you say something that really pisses me off, they gonna know. And then when stuff happens, don't be surprised when shit be happening. Don't be this is a sidetrack, y'all. I know it is. But y'all know I gotta show y'all when I talk and that talk, listen, everything I speak out of my mouth, my actions have to be in line with it. You see what I'm saying? Watch what you say to people. I'm really not one to fuck with. I'm gonna be honest. Only 5 years. You have 368 followers. You have no bio. You have no picture of yourself. You have nothing on your page. Please. You're gonna put a voodoo. I don't do voodoo. I don't need to do that. I am magic. I am magic. Me, I'm the magic. See, that's your problem. Y'all always think people doing voodoo and stuff. Why would I waste my energy conjuring up some negative ass energy for your ass? And that don't make me no goddamn money. That's gonna block my life, you stupid. Yeah, they stay trying to sidetrack me. But back to a person with integrity. A person with integrity stretches their capacity, meaning a person with integrity realizes that they know nothing. They continue to learn, they continue to research, they continue to put themselves in position to continuously elevate. All right. Reason being is because person with integrity realizes that my mods don't play. I need a mod over here on YT. I really do. Because what? I like the engagement, y'all. I really do. I like to antagonize them back because I like the engagement. Especially for YT, y'all. My YT going dumb. YT going like I was serious. Like I could put the numbers up, y'all. That'll be boasting. If I put the numbers up on TikTok, bro, y'all gonna be looking at me like, big. What you got going on? You know what I'm saying? But a person with integrity realizes, like I said, that different perspectives can be all right at the same time. I don't tell nobody that they're wrong because I'm not experiencing life through your shoes. But what I am going to stand on is morals and principles. If you disrespect those morals and principles, you got to go. In fact, that you can, in the fact that you can do that and laugh it off just shows how much you've grown and evolved. Yes, I'm telling you, because I just be chilling. Like people, I literally be chilling. You see what I'm saying? And people be trying to come for me. When you understand that you are magic, that you are a child of the biggest creator, that's everything. Simple. That simple. That simple. What up, Key Kids? It's that simple. I, you know, I talk back to people, and I'm gonna tell you why I entertain it for real, y'all. Because a lot of these people just need somebody who just talks to them, right? And I used to be a really angry person. I used to be a really angry person because I feel very deeply about a lot of things. So when I see people in my chat like that, like I realize that people don't give them attention, so they get online and seek attention. Like those are the type of people that troll is the type of people that literally have nothing going on in their life. And it's just that simple. And it's like, I feel bad for people like that for real, because when you're confident and you're living your life to the fullest, it's the best feeling ever. And I really, I pray all the time that everybody gets to experience that life. Experience the way that I love myself so much, right? I hope that people could literally be that way. I wish the whole world could be that way. But as we know, everybody has to play their role, right? So if I'm a high vibe, watch this. If I'm a high vibe, people that come in here has to be a low vibe, because it has to balance out. It's that yin and yang. That's why I can't laugh it off, because it's nothing to me. It's nothing to me. And to say I'm gonna put a voodoo on you is crazy. No, thank you. Because I literally cut a homegirl off when she told me, she was like, "Yeah, I did a love spell on my ex." Huh? Click, blocked. One of my best bitches. You hear me? One of my best ones. One that we was like thick, like that shoestrings. Cut her off. Because if you have to go that far to get somebody to like you, support you, like, that's not the type of people that I want to be around. People gonna say it's voodoo, whatever. I've been told that I had that. You know what I'm saying? No, no. Okay, that Yanni heals nations, honey. That Yanni can heal you. That Yanni will heal you now. You know what I'm saying? You know, make her think it's voodoo. Make them think it's voodoo. I think that's why everyone I had was crazy. But this is the way I teach, though. This is literally me with my clients. I swear, like, how I am on here, bro. I'm like this in real life, because I'm not so serious. Like, I'm one of those coaches. I'm not that serious. I'm not that serious. I used to take life so goddamn serious, and now I just enjoy it to the fullest. Like, guess what? The trollers, they're gonna remember everything I said. You know why? Because I got that effect. And because I didn't handle them how they wanted me to handle them. You gotta realize, like, people love chaos. Like, people really love chaotic things. And it's like, okay, you go deal with that over there. I personally don't like chaos. You see what I'm saying? But some people live for that shit. That's why, I had a client a few years back, and hey, let me ask y'all something on TikTok. Do y'all know Cat Reloaded? She does like what does I don't know what she does now, but I know that she used to do like reviews, especially like on the heavier side people. Y'all know who Cat Reloaded is? She ain't sugarcoat now, ain't. Because I'll be honest, I've worked with a lot of these big creators. But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them not gonna give me my gems. You know why? Because if they do, I'm gonna skyrocket. Key Kills, you know her? That was one of my clients. No shade. She's where she's at because of me. When she came to me, she literally had no stage presence. And this is not me talking about nobody. This is me not being silent anymore for the people that I've helped go to the next level. And you're probably like, yo, big, why she got more followers than you? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because chaos sells. Chaos sells. People like to laugh. Don't care what they laughing at. Don't care if they putting somebody else down. Feel me? And with Cat, like, Cat already just naturally funny. Like, me and Cat was like, feel me? Situation happened with my life, and at that time it wasn't time to laugh. Cut. Easy. I don't need to ride nobody bandwagon. I know I've helped. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? They talk about boasting. And a lot of y'all big creators that y'all see on here got big written all over it. But why do I care? you know? But shout out to Cat though. Give it up for Cat in chat. Because when I first met Cat didn't want to go live. Cat didn't want to do anything. And you know, when she became my client, I'm like, yo, you funny as shit, gang. Like, we used to laugh through our whole sessions. Like, it's ridiculous. We used to really laugh through our whole sessions. And it's like, I told her, and I brought this up because it's about to lead to what I'm saying. All right. The reason why I brought her up is because I told her, I said, listen, you gonna blow before I do. Now watch what I'm about to tell y'all, bruh. Come on. Come on in the chat. Watch what I'm about to tell y'all. Okay. I literally told Kat, I'm like, bruh, you playing with this. You playing with this shit. I said, you don't even realize that funny shit gonna sell before any growth and development gonna sell. And that's just the truth. That's the truth, y'all. That's the truth. People want to see chaos more than they want to grow and develop. It's just that simple. That's why it takes, now I'm gonna be honest, like I told y'all plenty of times, like my lives that had hundreds, thousands of people in it. And it just overwhelmed me and I really didn't like it. So I took like 2 years off of TikTok because I was just like, I don't like all those people. Is y'all watching me? Where y'all watching me from? But now, like, I have YouTube and it's back to the thousands. It's back to, like, I could take a video from TikTok and only get like 300 views on it, only get like 15 likes. I put it on YouTube, it goes viral every time. I remember that pressure was real. Okay. Victoria, I think you've been in here where live's been, I think you've been an alumni with us. Give it up for Victoria in the chat. I appreciate Victoria all the time. Victoria actually sent me money for my birthday. Like, I like that shot. Cash me out. Ice me out. But seriously though, I literally told her, I'm like, listen, you playing around with this shit. There's nobody. I said, first of all, you got a distinctive voice. That's number one. And when you get to talking, you just naturally funny. You're just naturally funny, gang. I said, and you gotta understand when you talk your shit, people is thinking the same things you thinking. Shout out Kat in the chat for real. Because when I really showed her the blueprint and I told her to run it, she ran it. Simple. She ran it. And y'all see what she had today. Give it up for Kat in the chat. She ran it. Simple. Because I told her, I was like, yo, you gonna blow up before me. And how many people want that for you? Come on, like, that tell you what type of person I am. I'm a person with integrity. I'm not humble. I got integrity, bro. And if I can put somebody in a window, I don't need you to reach up and get me. Because when it's time for me to go through the window, I'm cool. Your success is measured by how many people you can help, not by how much money you got. Because how many people can you multiply? How many people can you multiply? I got people in the Discord. Shout out to Discord. We're reading a book called Atomic Habits. We multiplying. I'm multiplying. I'm literally the blueprint, and I'm showing them the blueprint every single day. Simple. Simple. We multiplying. How many people can multiply? You see what I'm saying? So, when I told her that, I was like, listen, like, bro, you gonna blow before me. She was like, what? Why are you saying that? I'm like, bro, because it's the truth. I know it. When I see a gold mine, I can see a gold. Listen, when I have a client come to me with a business idea or something that they want to do, I automatically know the journey it's gonna take for them to get there. Cat, I knew off jump. I'm like, bro, you funny as hell. And if I say you funny, you funny. Okay? Cause I'm funny. And yeah, I'm funny. Yeah, I'm funny. But I knew she was gonna blow. I knew it. I spoke it in her. And it was, at the time she was maneuvering through some energy and I was just there helping her maneuver through the energy. And of course y'all see my appearance. So she had a partner at the time. And once I really started helping her, like, critique and work. Man, me and Kat, like, bro, I used to role play with her virtually because Kat is from Florida. That's let y'all know I know Kat. Kat is from Florida. I never met Kat a day in my life physically. All of our sessions was virtual. I was in Virginia and Kat was in Florida, and we worked. Simple. You don't need nobody in your face all the time because a lot of times y'all don't want people in y'all face. Let's work. What you waiting on? Get into sessions. I understand my shit high, but I don't like money like that. I'd rather you get the gems because that's what I love to do. I love to get money too, but I love when people can pick up the game. Because if you can pick up the game, then you can realize I'm about to run it. And when you run it, I'm gonna tell myself I didn't need a public recognition. I don't need that. I want everybody to take all the love and support back to the divine. Simple. Because the divine gave me this anointing. The divine gave me alpha talent. So give it to God, not me. Right? I can big up myself. I know what I've done for people. I know who I help. I know. And then just one day I was like, boom. One day one of her videos just got viral. I was like, boom, there it is. Another one bites the dust. Another one under my belt. Another one under my belt. So it when I seen what she did, I was like, yeah. No, for real. You're welcome, of course. Because it's like a lot of people say it's lonely at the top. It ain't lonely. It ain't lonely. It's 10 o'clock already. Chat. I ain't even finished my notes. It ain't lonely at the top. Because guess what? The people at the top want you to be there with them. Right? But one thing the people at the top ain't gonna do is get in a bucket with crabs. So that they can get pulled down. Huh? Y'all got people right now with services that's trying to give y'all the game. But let me tell you something about poor people, and I'm not calling y'all poor. But with that poor mind state, everybody thinks everything is a scam. And that's what's holding a lot of people back. Cause we out here. We want to teach people the game. It's easy. Like 1, 2, 3 Z. It's easy, like 1, 2, 3 Z. For real. All right. So another note for integrity. This is actually the last note for integrity. Then I got a bonus one for y'all. And that bonus one gonna hit. And a person with integrity follows their inner compass. Follows their inner compass. You have to follow how you feel inside. Gates says it the best. If what inside gets denied, then you believe in no truth. Give it up in the chat for 5K. Okay. If what inside gets denied, you believe in no truth. And you have to go within because the answer always lies within. I saw this quote. It was like, as the tree, so are we. So are we as the tree. See, a lot of people don't even realize that they're more grounded. Like we were created to be grounded. We were created to be connected to Mother Earth. We were created to, Einstein says it best, if you look deep into nature long enough, all the answers will appear. Now, he's not saying it's going to be plastered on a tree. He's saying if you go sit yourself and put yourself in the grass, sit at a park for a little while and just allow your mind to wander, all the answers that you're looking for are going to come to you. Simple. All right. That bonus one I got for y'all, this is important. Okay. The bonus one is compartmentalizing eventually takes a toll on you. It's important that you handle everything right then, right there. I realized that as I was compartmentalizing, see what compartmentalizing does, it just holds the emotion for a moment, but eventually the emotion comes back up. This is why it's important to sit with how you feel when you feel it, because you're going to go to compartmentalize and you just putting a whole bunch of stuff in the back of your head, and then eventually it's all going to rush. That's why a lot of people have, manic attacks, breakdowns, they feel overwhelmed. That's why. Because a lot of people are telling y'all compartmentalize and put it out of your head, and no, you got to pull that shit up from the root. when you grow a vegetable in a garden, in order to get it out, you gotta pull that shit from the root. Rudy tooty tooty. Okay? Rudy tooty tooty. Give it up in the chat for y'all, for real. Bro, I have to learn the bro, I gotta learn the placements. What up, Uni? Give it up for Uni in the chat. Cause why would I hit that crow for real? I tell y'all all the time, it's retrograde for real. So that crow, that could be significant for y'all. Y'all know me, I'm a channeler. That could be significant for y'all. Y'all might be seeing the crows, and it's like when you see them, let me tell you something. Birds are so bold. Birds don't know how to be humble. Where are y'all getting that from? I follow nature's orders. I follow nature's law. The crow was for you. you know, I follow nature's laws. And it's so simple to do that. All right, YouTube, I love y'all so much. Until next time tomorrow, 9 a.m. EST. You know where to find me, Rags the Richard, BIG.